what is the highest frequency of chemical reactions related to the origin of life? Could a lot of time and space assure all possible reactions happening? Like, I'm thinking about frequencies. Imagine like light has a very high frequency, but what are the frequencies of reactions related to origin of life?
Oh, sure. We already know that. We already know that. That's all known. The frequency of molecular collision depends upon the concentration of the molecules in solution. So what we do if it's a bimolecular reaction where two molecules have to come together, then you can calculate very precisely how many times that these molecules are going to collide in a solution of a certain concentration. And so if you just have two molecules, A and B, in a glass of water, just two molecules in a glass of water, they're not going to hit very often at all because they can't find each other. So you increase the concentration. You put a lot of A's in there and a lot of B's in there so that you have a lot more chances. All of that is known because we know the collision rate. We know the collision rate, and that's not going to change between early Earth and now. That's all going to be the same. Those are constants that are going to be the same. So what people do is, even if you increase the concentrations to unrealistic numbers, meaning that the Earth would have to be saturated, you would have to be raining nucleotides to get the concentration of nucleotides high enough to reach the concentration that people mix together nucleotides today in their early Earth experiments. You go way, way beyond with concentration. Even under those conditions, you don't get the polymerizations that you need. So the frequency, that's a very simple calculation to do. And even at very high concentrations, you don't have enough time. When you're at those numbers of 10 to the 40th and higher, that tells you, even with all the molecular collisions at very high concentration, ultra high concentration, where the world would have to be, you'd be slogging through nucleotides, you wouldn't have enough molecular collisions and enough time to do these reactions. That's what it tells you.